everybody. Welcome back to Monday with Molly. I'm Andrew Kosselman here with Molly Dean at Leader One Financial. Every week we come to you guys and talk a little bit about the mortgage process. Today, I want to talk about what's kind of been going on with value in existing homes the last few years, right?
Okay.
So for those of you who maybe bought for the first time a couple years ago or bought for the fifth time a couple years ago, tell me a little bit what's been going on with home values just the last couple years.
They've been appreciating at a more rapid pace than they normally have.
Means it's worth more now than it was before.
It was.
Yeah.
But in a larger amount than what it generally is, more like what we're seeing now. But over the last few years, it's averaged almost 38% in the last 3 years
Wow.
in equity in a
Wow.
3-year period.
That is incredible. I mean, that is so bizarre, you know, from any sort of financial standpoint. I mean, that would just like crush any investment portfolio.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like it is an investment. And
Right.
so when you're seeing certain things go down and other things go up, so it's all very cyclical.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons why I'm still talking to people about how to use that equity.
Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. I have this equity, it's an investment, I should just sit on it, right?
Well, it depends on what you're trying to do.
Okay.
So what I've been talking to people about is how to utilize that equity. Cash out refinances are something that we're talking about because other interest rates are moving up. Anything that's on a variable rate, as the Fed rate moves, so do the rates on the credit cards and varying things like that. So if you have additional debt, utilize your equity to pay it off. A lot of the times you can't get enough that way. So we talk about selling and still moving into that other house.
Yeah.
And utilizing more equity differently.
Yeah. Selling the house, sometimes people are like, I don't want to mess around with all that, right?
Right.
So they think about all the work that goes into it. But then you start looking at it, it's like, there are houses to buy in
There
this
are.
market.
Mhm.
But look at the equity you have in your house.
Right.
As you said, very variable rates have been increasing, right? What that means is these kind of unsecured lines of credit, like your credit cards and stuff,
Mhm.
all of a sudden these rates are coming up as well.
Right.
Now, maybe you had a $10,000 credit card a couple years ago that was 0%, and it ain't 0% anymore.
No.
And it's still costing you money, right? That's something you can get rid of and open up a little bit more cash flow, you know?
So $10,000 on a mortgage is $55-ish in a monthly payment.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But on a credit card, it could be well over $300 or $400 monthly. So we're talking to people about utilizing the equity that they're making on their sale to remove the debt and putting them in other programs that have no PMI, that aren't necessarily a full 20% down by buying it out and varying things like that.
Yeah, and we kind of approach it from another standpoint. Maybe it's for the person who actually was already planning on selling. And sometimes they have this idea of I'm gonna bring so much of my equity to closing, and it's on us, it's on you to sit there and say, okay, like you said, $10,000 on your loan gets you this, but you got a $900 a month car payment that's got $9,000 left on it. Let's get rid of that baby, and then put that extra $850 in your pocket, right?
Utilizing your asset.
Utilizing the asset, because just like having an investment, knowing when to sit on it, also knowing when to cash it in is part of investing.
Correct.
As well. And a lot of people are doing that. The cash out refinances make sense for some people, but when you're looking at 38% equity, sometimes buying something that maybe you like even just a little bit better, but then gives you so much more financial freedom on the side,
That's the word.
can make a big difference.
Yep.
All
I
right,
agree.
that's all I have for you today, Molly. Thank
Great.
you.
Happy Monday.
Have a great week.